WXII 12 News at 4:30 starts right now.
Mark Zuckerberg is finished with his hearings on Capitol Hill, but Facebook's still in hot water. What the CEO says he plans to do to fight data breaches in the future. Plus, the next couple charged with murder 21 years later in the death of the woman's son. How authorities say he died. And gear up, Panthers fans. The team's lineup is out. What big name you can catch in the Queen City during the preseason. Good morning. Thanks for joining us this Thursday at 4:30. I'm Brianna Connor here with meteorologist Michelle Kennedy.
We are looking at a beautiful day. It's going to be breezy, a little warmer. I know. Talking 70s. 70s are going to feel amazing after a week of dealing with some 50s, some 40s, and even 30s in the mix out there. So let's show you what's going on. You've got beautiful conditions right now overlooking Winston-Salem. You're going to continue to look at really nice conditions over the next couple of days. Take a look at this. Temperatures 45 degrees in Greensboro, 50 in Winston-Salem. We have 45 in Lexington with 51 in Asheboro. You're at 43 right now in Burlington. We're looking at yesterday's highs. You hit 63. We were forecasting those low 60s for you. Hit it perfectly with 69 typically this time of the year. So now we're going to shift gears. We're going to go above normal. We're expecting those low to mid 70s today, and then taking it even through Friday. We're going to hold on to them. So a great ending to our week. Take a look. Thursday 74, 79 on your Friday, and even into Saturday and Sunday as we talk about our storm chances beginning to return. It's going to feel great out there. So hopefully you have some great weekend outdoor activities planned. We have the Hospice Hope Run early on Saturday morning. Also, the Indo-U.S. Cultural Association has a big picnic on Saturday as well at Lineback Park. So lots of activities with 45 degrees right now, as we mentioned, 50 in Winston-Salem. So a little hot spot there for you. You notice the clouds, though, in place. We also see those areas in pink up to the north, and those areas are a concern for us as we're looking at some red flag warnings stretched out for parts of Virginia, back into most of West Virginia and eastern Kentucky. So those areas very dry. We've got lots of low humidity, and the breeze will continue to be up along with those temperatures warming. Those are big concerns for folks there. To the north, you'll notice the rain chances starting to stretch out for parts of Pittsburgh and areas of Pennsylvania and New York. So take a look at this. Those red flag warnings, a concern if you're traveling north or have any camping plans heading into the next couple of days. Those are the spots to watch. We're going to have much more for you on your forecast. Your temperatures so warm today.
Looking ahead right now, a 44-year-old man accused of running off with a 15-year-old girl will face a judge today in Guilford County. Deputies say they found the girl at Earl Cunningham's home in Pleasant Garden. Investigators think Cunningham met the teenager on social media. She disappeared from her home Saturday night, but deputies found them Tuesday night after a tip. Cunningham's bond is $400,000 right now. He's charged with indecent liberties with children and sexual battery. He also faces a weapons charge because deputies say they found him with a sawed-off shotgun. Right now, a police officer in Greensboro is recovering after his gun went off and hit him in the stomach. Greensboro police say he's in stable condition at the hospital. The incident happened in the War Memorial Stadium parking lot off Yanceyville Road just before 11 yesterday. Officers spent several hours going through a black car collecting evidence. Police say an investigation is ongoing. Winston-Salem police are looking for a man who shot another man in the ankle. They say Bobby Hayslip should be okay. They found him on Wadtown Street yesterday afternoon. He told officers that he and the shooter were gambling nearby and Hayslip lost. He says the man followed him in a car and then shot at him 3 times. Officers are still trying to identify who the shooter is. A man in Lexington who's charged with child abuse is out of jail on bond this morning. Matthew Hancock is accused of hitting a 9-year-old girl with a belt back in January. Deputies found extensive bruising on her legs. They arrested him on Tuesday. Hancock should be back in court next month. A couple from North Carolina that served more than a decade in prison for beating a 1-year-old is now charged with murder 21 years later after that man's death. The district attorney says injuries David Stewart sustained as a child led to his early death at just 22 years old. Robin Knopfsinger and a boyfriend at the time, David Tripp Jr., beat Stewart so badly that he became deaf and blind. Tripp pleaded guilty to child abuse in 1998 and served more than 10 years. Knopfsinger was convicted that same year and served 11 years. House Speaker Paul Ryan will not be running for re-election so he can spend more time with his family. The Wisconsin Republican has been in Congress since 1999 and ran as Mitt Romney's running mate during the 2012 bid for the White House. He's been the House Speaker since 2015.
The job provides incredible opportunities, but the truth is it's easy for it to take over everything in your life, and you can't just let that happen. because there are other things in life that can be fleeting as well.
During that statement, Ryan said that he did want to spend more time with his kids and his wife. He's going to finish out his term and leave Washington in January. This morning, lawmakers are trying to figure out if and how they should regulate social media. This comes after Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg's second day on Capitol Hill. During the hearing, he said his own personal data was included in the data sold to malicious third parties. Zuckerberg once again apologized for not protecting users' personal information from Russians and other groups trying to influence the 2016 election. But he didn't make any promises that this type of thing couldn't happen again.
For as long as Russia has people who are employed who are trying to perpetrate this kind of interference, it will be hard for us to guarantee that we're going to fully stop everything.
Zuckerberg says Facebook's now increasing its internal security, offering money to people who report data breaches and labeling all political and issue ads with exactly who paid for them. The Carolina Panthers preseason lineup is out. They're going to be on the road for 2 weeks, then back at Bank of America Stadium for 2 more. And a big-name team is going to meet them there. So here's the schedule. Week 1, teams on the road taking on the Buffalo Bills. The second game in Charlotte is against the Miami Dolphins. After that, the Panthers host Tom Brady and the Patriots. Week 4, they're back on the road against the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Winston-Salem Dash return home for the first time this season tonight. The Dash take on the Carolina Mudcats in their home opener. It's a 7 p.m. game at BB&T Field. Right now, the Dash are 3-3 on the season. Our Bethany Moore is going to be live at the field with a preview of the game for us coming up at 5 o'clock. Ahead this morning, flames ripped through an apartment in California. How much manpower they needed to take down the flames. And the Federal Reserve is making a few changes. How their push for rate hikes will affect your pocketbook. It's 4:38 this morning. You're watching WXII 12 News.